become so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
The more freedom there is, the better. And I think it's a tragedy that so many people don't even understand that basic principle of this country and say that newspapers should not be able to print whatever they want to. They should be controlled. Because basically most Americans have never read the Constitution or even the Bill of Rights, for that matter. They have no idea what the Constitution says or particularly what it means, unfortunately.
So I don't think, it goes too far. The press, I think, does have limitations on it. We just may not necessarily know about all the limitations. And besides, the purpose of the press is to expose and, kind of to serve as an informal check on the government. So I think it's okay.
I think that actually more of the problem is that the government is too involved in the press, and that's sort of like the issue for me is that the press isn't really free.
The question, does the First Amendment go too far, is quite literally a nonsensical question. There's not enough information to know what people mean by going too far. As I said, sometimes I think the First Amendment goes too far in protecting, for instance, corporate, commercial, or pornographic speech. So that question is literally idiotic. There's no sense in even discussing it because you don't know what people mean when they respond to it.
I think if people feel that there's too much power given to the press, then they should probably understand what it could be like if it was monitored by the government.
They were not concerned about the First Amendment, but they were also even thinking that the First Amendment leads to abuse from the press, and actually, it's very hard, especially for me, who, as a person who comes from Brazil or from Latin America, where we have been struggling for freedom of the press and freedom of expression, to see this kind of misunderstanding, because we admire America for its freedom.
Adults love to make up surveys about the flaws of young people's understanding of the world. Interesting question is, why do young people have those views? Where are they getting them? Do they come sort of out of the ether, or is it because of the way adults have structured society and educated young people? So those surveys, like any survey, they can give us indications of questions we should be spending more time on. But they don't tell you anything much about how people come to understand the world.